I think a lot of people have experienced being in a relationship with somebody who is narcissistic, has narcissistic traits anyway. So it could look like having a narcissistic parent, could be a narcissistic romantic relationship, maybe a friendship with somebody who was narcissistic and you are no longer friends with that person because of the traits they had. But what exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? For the DSM-5, there's a list of 9 criteria, 5 of which have to be met in order for the diagnosis to be made. And the list includes things you would expect. So a grandiose sense of self-worth that comes with entitlement, perhaps thinking that only others that are of equal value should be associated with, having an excessive need for admiration, and then in a little bit of a different direction of possibly being exploitative and lacking empathy, generally an arrogant attitude. All of these things are on the trait list, but 5 out of 9 have to be hit for a diagnosis to be made. Now, that being said, it would be very tricky to get this diagnosis made because you can only imagine somebody who desperately needs admiration from others and has a very high sense of self-importance isn't going to put themselves in front of a psychiatrist to be evaluated for a disorder, because that doesn't look very good, now does it? And therefore, not surprisingly, when I was trying to figure out how often this diagnosis comes up in the general population, there are ranges of estimates. It's not clear at all. Why? Because I would assume the most likely situation in which somebody receives the formal diagnosis is a court-ordered evaluation. Otherwise, there's probably a lot of people with this disorder who never go see a professional and certainly aren't going to tell the full truth if they are sat in front of a professional. So it's a really interesting personality disorder. I'm guessing it would be very hard to get an actual count of what percentage of the population has this disorder, but that's the criteria for the disorder itself. The more you know.